Hey everybody, it's Mike back again. I've been away for a while, just busy working. But if you thought I forgot about the flat earth, you crazy. Anyways, let's get right to it, shall we? So we can see here in the southwest, as I've said before, I live in Edmonton, which is Alberta, very northern place on the earth, closer to the center of the azimuth equidistant map in North America. Anyways, there's the sun, and if you look over to the east, you can see the moon rising. Now, what I want to talk about here, proof of the flat earth, is the shape of the moon. So currently the moon is waxing, so it's going from a crescent or total darkness to full light. A couple of days ago it was at half, so I knew this was coming ahead, and I looked for the sky to make sure it's coming. You can see this tomorrow. I'm going to upload this today. But if you check, you live in North America or Alberta like me, you can check the sky and you'll see the moon making a similar shape. Now, the point of this shape is the relative angle. I'll zoom out. Relative angle of the sun. Now, according to the heliocentric model, the globe system model, the Earth blocks out the sun's light from reflecting off of the moon, and that it's the sun's light bouncing off the moon's surface, reflecting down to our eyes, that is what we see. This, however, is not correct, not true, and it is not substantiated by what we can witness and attest to here in our reality. So as you see, the sun's in the southwest, and then it's shining on the moon in the east. The moon's fairly big, so it's not very far south. It's fairly northern in its path. But as you can tell, just simply, we'll look back and forth here. There's the angle of the sun. Now, it was up earlier and the moon was sort of up while the sun was still out, but that's neither here nor there. The angle the sun is at and the amount of light we're seeing off of the moon do not match up whatsoever. They do not coincide. The geometry is false according to that model. It does not work. Essentially what I'm trying to say here is that, first off, you can see, get my finger, hopefully I don't just block the camera. So you can see that this is the bottom tip of the moon. Now, where the sun is in the southwest, and since we're on the earth, if the earth was a globe, which it isn't, but hypothesizing within the heliocentric model, if the earth was a globe and it's blocking out that about a quarter or 2/3 of the moon, maybe it's, let's see, should be about 5/14 of the moon. There's reasons for that. The moon's waxing cycle is a full 14 days. So that's about 5/14 of the moon's light being blocked. Now, according to the heliocentric model, that is being blocked by the earth. But this is not possible, because as we can see, it's the northern side of the moon, right? That's facing north, that's being blocked. Whereas that's impossible, because it should be the bottom of the moon. Because if the heliocentric model, the globe model, is correct, the bottom of the moon would be blocked out. As I did here once again with my finger, this bottom should be blocked out. And now the camera wants to change focus. Anyways, this bottom should be blocked out. Not this side here, but the bottom. So this does not match our reality. So in fact, this cannot be the correct system, because of the fact that the geometry pure and simply doesn't work out. Now, for some further arguments on this same subject, while we have the moon shining brightly in front of us, so the angle of the light that is appearing on the moon is incorrect. The shape of the light appearing on the moon is also incorrect. The reason why that is incorrect is because it's convex. So you see, it's a circular shape, an oval or sort of spherical shape, right? Whereas if the Earth was a globe, right? If the Earth's round and it's blocking the sun from hitting the moon, and the moon reflects the sun's light, then this shape on the left side of the moon, which should be on the bottom, should be concave. Should be like the tip of my finger, right? So the tip of my finger is the Earth and it's blocking the sun's light. Well, what's it gonna look like? It's gonna look like that. Like it's gonna be a inverted circle, not a externalized circle as you're seeing right now. So those are two proofs as to why the heliocentric model is false and incorrect and does not match what we can observe in our reality. Here's a third one. If indeed the Earth is blocking the sun light from hitting the moon, then wouldn't the light being diffused in the atmosphere have some kind of effect on the moon if the moon was reflecting the sun's light? Shouldn't we see some kind of rainbow or some kind of color diffusion? I know this is how they try to justify those who, scientists and astronomers who justify the heliocentric model. They try to say that the blood moon that was witnessed on September 28th of this year, 2015, with the lunar eclipse is justified because of the light passing through the Earth's atmosphere. But if the light was passing through the Earth's atmosphere to the far side of the Earth where the moon is at, coming from the sun, then it would have some kind of diffusion effect on the moon. But that's not at all what we see. We don't see, a faded image. We don't see a color. We see a very crisp shape. It's a very solid line, and the shape of it doesn't match any sort of geometry rationale with the system that we can witness and attest to. So there's three proofs that the moon is telling you right before your eyes, right here, right now, that we do not live in the globe model, the heliocentric model. So there's three, and I got a couple bonuses for you. We'll just pan out and enjoy the view here. There's the sunset, and a bunch of trees. Here's the bonuses. What is referred to as the Van Allen belts are pure and simply what the Bible and the Book of Enoch refer to as the firmament. What has been proven, and this also the talk of the Van Allen belts and the research done on it, they say there's these radiation belts 72,000 miles or 73,000 miles above the Earth's surface that block everything from going through it, and we can't get through it. Well, this proves NASA's claim of going to the moon was false, back in the 60s, because the Van Allen belts have been there the whole time. They didn't just magically appear after the 60s. Once again, I would reiterate, it's not the Van Allen belts, it is indeed the firmament, as both the Bible and the Book of Enoch describe in detail. The Book of Enoch far more. But anyways, you can also witness the effects of the firmament, aka the Van Allen belts. There's a rocket video where they fired a rocket up tried to reach space with it, and it hits the firmament, aka the Van Allen belts. And you can watch that video. That's easy to look up. Just look up rocket proves flat Earth, Van Allen belts, or just look up Van Allen belts. It'll probably you can YouTube search that as well. There's a bonus proof that we have evidence, not just of the flat Earth model, but the biblical Enochian geocentric model with the domed Earth. So once again, we are seeing that science, actual observable practice, true science, not pseudoscience that is based off of some kind of lie or some kind of deception or some kind of assumption or misinterpretation of facts. We can see that it's flat out our reality, that we live inside of a domed flat Earth that God put here for us to simply enjoy and just enjoy the beauty of it, like this sunset. It's a bit old, but it's still gorgeous, and it's here for your enjoyment because God loves us that much. But I'll digress from preaching the gospel, because I want you to focus on the evidence and the proofs right before your eyes. How that moon and the shape of that moon, regardless of where you want to say its position is, the shape, the nature of that shape does not reconcile geometrically with the heliocentric model bearing where the sun is and the shape of the supposed or alleged reflected light on the moon's surface. This once again proves, or well, by default, lends credence to the ideology that the moon produces its own light. I've proved that in my other videos. Go ahead and check those out, because the moon's light actually has a chilling effect, which is bizarre and amazing. But that's our world, that's our reality. You can test these things for yourself. I definitely encourage you to do your research, understand things for your own perspective, so that you can know it without a doubt. Because the truth is out there, the truth will set you free. And then you can find out, just how enslaved we are in this culture, this capitalist, banking-dominated, debt-ridden enslavement that the world is in. So, peace, God bless, enjoy your weekends, and just pray that you'd open your mind to the truth of our reality, the observable truth of both the sun and the moon witnessing and attesting to us that we do not live on a globe or within a sun-centered universe, the heliocentric model. We indeed live in a geocentric model, a stationary, earth-centered universe. All right, God bless, peace.